Hey guys, it's Meadow. Yes, Meadow. It's my first video for YouTube, and I've been talking to my clients about keeping some things simple and easy. So before I go on about how I'm gonna do my YouTube videos and start to put stuff out there, I'm just gonna make lunch. My super easy microwave lunch. And the reason I'm doing this is because I feel like as personal trainers, we're always telling everybody 80% of what you're doing is what you're eating, what you're putting into your body, and 20% is working out. But we always still put 80% of our energy and 80% of the things we talk about are always about working out. And we never talk about food, or if we do, we say eat good, eat well, and we never go any further than that. So I'm gonna try to make my videos more about the food, more about the nutrition. And all I know is what I eat. I don't know what's right for everybody, but what I can say is if you don't establish a baseline, if you don't find a place to start, you're just gonna always be guessing. So my advice and what's worked for me is to find a meal plan that you're okay with, and you're gonna be eating a lot of the same shit all the time, and you're gonna get fed up. But you know what's important to you. If it's being healthy, then you put up with scarfing down some chicken breast or whatever. Just get it over with. The point is that you have fuel and that you have energy. But what I really want people to focus on is establishing your baseline. So pick some things that you can eat, that you will eat, make it consistent, get your workouts consistent, and then start to tweak. If you're always guessing, there's nothing to judge. So if I do one push-up one week, one bench press one week, and one fly, and I can never measure anything. You need something to measure. If I bench press Monday and I've got 100, next week I got 105, next week I've got 115, I know I'm making improvements. So the same advice goes for what you eat and how you eat. So I'm not going to go too far into it, not in this video, but the one thing I'm trying to get across in this video is establish a baseline. So for me, I have a breakfast, a lunch, and a dinner that are all pretty much always the same, and then about 3 snacks throughout the day, which are all pretty much the same. And I have a way of kind of mixing and changing little pieces of them so that I don't go crazy, but I figured that out along the way. And then if I notice that I've come to a halt or where I'm not making gains or I'm not making progress, then I start to adjust things a little bit at a time, a little more of this, a little more of this. But I've taken the guesswork out of it, and I made it easy and cheap because I'm on a budget. So I'm going to try to get that across to you also. So I know I keep saying I'm just going to make lunch. I really am just going to make lunch. So I'm going to have rice, chicken, and a vegetable. And the way I'm going to do this is make this as easy as possible. I get this Trader Joe's organic brown rice. If you can't figure this out, you should be able to figure it out. If you can't figure it out by the box, it's right on here. Put it in the microwave about 3 minutes, and you've got your rice. This bag, I think, is 400 calories or 320 calories. So I eat half a bag or less. I'm not even going to talk about calories, but I have a half a bag left from yesterday, so I'm just going to pour some of that on a plate. Alright, put this back in the freezer. This was just to kind of show you what I'm buying. And then, for my chicken, here we go. I usually pre-cook a bunch of chicken on a Saturday, but I got this crazy deal on some Hillshire Farms chicken. These were at grocery outlet, expired in 2 days. They were 50 cents a box. That means they come with 2. These are 4-ounce chicken breasts. That means each one is a quarter. So yeah, I cooked mine off, and I know I might get some flack because there's, sodium phosphate and some other preservatives, but if you're beyond this, this video is not for you. This is for my clients and people that I'm talking to, trying to establish a baseline, 4 ounces of chicken. you know, you can figure out the organic stuff. Yeah, it's better, but this is better than stopping for a Whopper, okay? And that's kind of my point. You got to figure out how to open these. That could be challenging. But I got scissors. So that's it. And they come in flavors, lemon bread, you know, whatever. I would encourage you to cook off a bunch of chicken on a Saturday, put it in the freezer, put it in, you know, put some in the fridge, keep it handy, and use your own chicken and use organic. But, you know, either way, 4 ounces of chicken. The other thing is sometimes when you buy the chicken, you get these giant chicken breasts, and they're huge. So if your goal is weight loss or to establish a baseline, make sure that, you know, one lunch isn't a 4-ounce chicken breast and the next one's not an 8-ounce chicken breast and the next one's, you know, I'm not saying what size to eat. I'm saying get something consistent. Do it for a couple weeks and then start to tweak it. So if I feel like I'm not growing, that might be the first thing I go start using bigger chicken breasts or having 1.5 or having 2. Now, I would usually make my string beans in a saucepan, but I just looked in the sink and I did not wash it because I was a lazy man this morning, but whatever, I got another pan. So what I'm going to do is put a little bit of water in here. I mean, I don't know if you can even see it, just a splash of water. Put this burner on high. All right? And I know everybody argues about, you know, time and convenience and cost, and that's my point, is I can do this inexpensively and like that. I mean, this is my first video, so it might take me a long time, and I'm dabbling. But the point is that you can do it quickly and efficiently and have a great meal. So I go to my freezer and I got a couple of bags of different kinds of mixed vegetables. I think I'm just going to have string beans. I usually alternate back and forth between these string beans and these mixed veggies. But bags like this, you get 2 bags. You know, this bag is full when I get it, and there's 2 bags in here for $3 of mixed veggies. I just had that last night. That was my last meal. Was that? So I'm going to have these string beans. It's the same thing. So I grab a handful, you know, and I say measure, but I'm not crazy. I just make sure I get enough. You know, string beans. If you're worried about having too many string beans, again, you probably don't need to be on this channel. You need another one. But anyway, that looks like it's good. It'll fill up the rest of that plate anyway, make it look a little better. So that's it. I put the lid on. I hope you can see. Yeah, you can see it. Put it on high. Put the lid on, and then that's it. I put this stuff away. I cover this plate so I don't get my microwave all nasty. About 1.5 minutes here. That's maybe 2 or 3 minutes. I don't know if it's not too hot, if it's not too cold. I really don't care as long as it's not frozen and disgusting. I got the food, I've got the nutrients I eat, or that I need. I'll wolf them down if they're warm. I just get past it and, you know, eat something else later. If you wanted to jazz it up or something with salsa or do something, I'll show you some other ways too. But if I don't have time, if I don't have something to do, this is it. Boom, just come home. You know, instead of stopping for a Subway sandwich or a Whopper or anything like that, I come home, boop, boop, done. And, you know, I got about 3 minutes. I'm going to pause this video and turn it back on because I don't think you want to stand here and watch me go like this for 3 minutes. So, and rather than babble, I'm just going to make it about food. So I'll be right back when this stuff is done. Okay, so I'm back. And for those of you guys that are tricky, you can probably notice there's an oven clock and a microwave clock, and I didn't mess with it. So it's only been a minute or two. It really has been a minute or two. This thing went off a second ago, so boom, that's it. I'm not even gonna, you know, mess with it as far as is it hot enough. It's hot enough. It's good enough for me. And then with the string beans, I can't show you the sink. I don't have another guy filming, but I just kind of take the edge of this lid like this and then drain the water, and I just pour it out, and that's my strainer. Right, and then I could just pour them on my plate. But I take a little bit of sea salt and just a couple little quick shakes, or a shake, depending on how much comes out, whatever. I don't measure anything. And then I just flip it around in here a little bit. And I don't know why sea salt as opposed to regular salt. It's a little more coarse. It's, you know, you taste, it's good. And besides, it sounds cooler to say sea salt. And then that's it. That's my lunch. And really, it cost me less than $2. While I paused the video, I got myself a glass of water. I think you could see that. And I mean, but it's great. Great. weightlifting meal. You want to get crazy? Good, I'll show you how. But this is my lunch, probably my dinner. Also with that might be salmon. It might be 3 ounces of beef instead of 4, you know, and roughly. And that might be just a regular brown rice instead of a mixed. The one I showed you was just brown rice. This is mixed wild rice. And it might be potatoes, but it's constant. And you know, so I'll talk about calories another day and how I kind of portion this all out. But that's it. All right, thanks for watching, and hopefully this came out okay and I can post it, and then there'll be more to come. Thanks.